Joining us right now on the line is Buffalo Bills tight end, getting set for his second year in the NFL. Buffalo's third-round draft pick last year, tight end Dawson Knox. Hello, Dawson. How are you? John Murphy and Steve Tasker up here in Buffalo.
I'm good. How about you? Thanks for having me on today.
Yeah, our pleasure. Hey, we got to start with coronavirus, and I just wonder, have you heard anything definitive from the Bills or from the NFL or the PA exactly what the plan is, how they're going to move forward? I know they're still putting things together. Is there any word from official sources on this?
Well, I've been down in Miami with the NFLPA doing the conference and meetings and stuff, and I haven't heard any official word yet. I'm sure they're getting together a plan of action right now, but as of now, I don't have any word on a certain plan or anything like that.
One of the things that I was just thinking about as you came on, you really didn't have a chance to have any kind of off-season. Last year, your rookie season, you finish at Ole Miss, and then you kind of roll right into the draft process and all of that, go right into OTAs. You really haven't had a chance to sit back and put your feet up for any length of time. Have you had a chance to do that since the end of after the playoff game in Houston?
Right. Thankfully, I have. Last year was very long from the end of my Ole Miss season through the combine process, through getting drafted, and then OTAs, and then obviously the season. It was very long, but thankfully now I've had some time to, chill at home with some family and friends and kind of put my feet up, like you said.
Well, I know we got a lot to talk to you about, including your efforts in Nashville, but I'm curious about your NFLPA visit to Miami this week or South Florida. Do you have an official role there, Dawson, or are you just interested in what the new CBA might look like, or what was that all about?
Yeah, well, I don't have a specific role right now. I just kind of wanted to go and learn about, how everything works. I wanted to sit on the meetings and kind of learn about, the new CBA, how I should vote, and what it might look like if I actually did want to represent the team at some point.
Can you say how you plan on voting, or would you prefer not to say?
Yeah, so I prefer not to say right now because I still haven't made my decision.
But
I'm still evaluating everything, and that's kind of why I wanted to go to the meeting so I could kind of, get a good feel for what I might be thinking when it's time to actually vote.
And really, the atmosphere has to be, Dawson. I remember I was part of 1987 players when we went out on strike. The process is finding and distilling a 450-plus page document down to the high points and the important nuts and bolts of what the changes are going to be. I heard that they asked for a side-by-side comparison with the deal as it is to the new deal. Did that help? And were you aware that happened, or were you a part of it?
Yeah, so that was actually one of the things that we voted on. We wanted to see a side-by-side to see what we have now and what it would look like if we accepted this new one. So that was actually something the PA accomplished a couple days ago, which I think is crucial because not a whole lot of guys want to sit down and look at a 400-page document, and try to decipher all the language in that. So I think that side-by-side gave us a better idea of what we're actually voting for.
On the line with Dawson Knox. Bill's getting ready for his second year as a tight end on the Buffalo roster. The reason we wanted to reach out to you, Dawson, you are involved in your hometown in Nashville helping tornado victims with a fundraiser on behalf of Hands on Nashville Incorporated. You are a Nashville native, right? Are you in Brentwood right now, which is south of the city?
Right. So my parents actually I've grown up in Brentwood. It's probably 15 minutes from downtown, just south of Nashville. I actually have my own place downtown in Midtown,
okay.
But thankfully none of my family was actually hit by the tornado, but it hit East Nashville, which was, still only about 20 minutes from my house. So stuff like that's scary. It just comes out of nowhere, and nobody can really prepare for it. I think it hit around, 3 or 4 a.m., so even the warning system was, it was tough to try to get prepared from that. But it's just scary,
That's the thing, that this tornado, I didn't read a whole lot about it, but it seemed to me this did surprise people. And with all the great forecast tools they have, this one kind of surprised the forecasters even, right? And maybe because it happened in the middle of the night? I don't know.
Right, I know. I'm not sure how they can even anticipate when they're coming, but I think it surprised everybody.
Yeah, I grew up in Kansas, which is part of Tornado Alley, and it was kind of a fact of life down there, so I can understand the devastation in Nashville. What does it look like now, a couple of weeks after the fact, and what did you hear about personal tragedies? I mean, there was some people, a lot of people lost their lives. I mean, it was it went through a populated area where they weren't warned, or at least weren't warned well enough, and the debris and the devastation looked really, really bad. What is the situation now?
Yeah, thankfully I know a lot of people that have been working with volunteer groups to kind of bring some relief and help, break out some houses and whatever people might need in East Nashville. But sadly, I haven't been able to get my hands on it myself yet because I've been down here for these meetings. But from the pictures and everything I've seen, it was pretty unfortunate. A lot of devastation, a whole lot of damage. I don't know the exact number right now on the missing / fatalities of that cause. But once I get back home, I'm planning on actually getting out there myself and helping out.
And I've been firsthand with tornadoes and how bad they are, and you're right, it is frightening. And I really feel for the people in Nashville who you have no experience, nobody's ready for that kind of thing. But I really applaud your efforts to do it. How the early efforts, has it been affected by what's going on with this, with the epidemic going around, or have you been able to kind of move forward with the actual plans that you had in place?
Yeah, so thankfully I don't think travel's suspended or anything right now. So my plans are still in place. It hasn't been affected yet. Hopefully the epidemic that's going around can be contained because it's kind of a bad time for all these families that are suffering so bad, to try to get help. And then at the same time, there's this terrible disease going around. So it's just really bad timing all around. And like I said, it was just really scary how it kind of came out of nowhere. But thankfully, my plans to get back are still in place. So,
hey, Dawson, you're working with a former college teammate, A.J. Brown, now with the Titans, on selling or raffling off sports items to help the Hands On Nashville project. How's that going to work?
Yeah, so I just texted A.J. I was like, "Hey, man, I know you're from Mississippi, but he plays in Nashville, and obviously he had a pretty incredible season. So there's going to be a lot of Titans fans that would be interested in maybe." Trying to win a pair of cleats or something from him. So I was just like, look, maybe we could get some more money donated if we, I offered some gloves and, a pair of cleats, a couple of signed pictures. Kind of wanted to see if we could raise some more money that way if I gave somebody a chance to win. So I just texted AJ because I know he's a great dude. He was going to be willing to help. And he was like, yeah, man, whatever you need, just let me know. So he just sent me a picture of this pretty awesome picture that he signed and then a pair of cleats from himself. So I think that's helped a lot to raise more money than, what we might have been able to raise if we didn't actually donate those items.
How do people donate?
So I have a GoFundMe. The link is on my Twitter. I also posted it on my Instagram story, but I'm about to put it back up if somebody might have missed it. But it's really easy. You just go to my tweet, click the link, and just donate whatever they want.
It's great for Hands On Nashville to help with tornado recovery. Hey, Dawson, Steve asked you about your recovery yourself from the season. A good season for you, 28 catches. Have you had a chance to reflect on your rookie season and maybe what you'd like to do better this upcoming year?
Yeah. So I've been able to kind of look at my season and see exactly what I want to work on going forward. One of my goals is not to drop any balls next year. Me and Josh, I've actually been out in California with him for a little bit before I came out here to Miami. So I'm going to continue to work with him a little bit. I get back out to California in about a week and a half. So we're just going to continue to work on that timing and work on that chemistry. And there's a lot of things that I want to improve, and I don't feel like I'm nearly where I want to be yet in my career.
What did the coaching staff tell you on your exit interviews after the season was over?
It was positive. They were very encouraging with how I did this season. They were happy with me, and they just told me to continue working on the things I just mentioned. I got to be consistent. That's one of the reasons I'm going to go back out and see Josh, just, continue to work on that timing. But they were very encouraging. They want me to, keep working on the things I need to work on. They want me to, keep the things I've been doing well. But also they want me to get some rest because they know it's a long season. They wanted me to, kind of get some time with family, reset my head a little bit, so I can be ready to go when we come back for OTAs.
Hey, we were at the Combine, doing the show at the Combine a couple weeks ago, and we sat down, did a great interview with Jordan Palmer, Josh's quarterback guy out west. Is that where you went to, what is it called, the Quarterback Summit that Palmer runs out there in Southern California?
Yeah, so I didn't go to that, but Josh throws at J. Sarah High School sometimes, which is just a little local high school, so sometimes we'll just meet at that field. And it's a nice turf. I mean, the weather's amazing out there. It's always 70 and sunny, it seems like, almost every day. So, it's not a bad setup.
Hey, we want to ask you, we talked to you about this during the season. I know you were aware of Kyle Brandt and the guys at Good Morning Football and their angry runs, and they came up with an angry run of the year, and you were the winner for your your catch and run against the Cincinnati Bengals. Let me just play for you what Kyle Brandt said about this not too long ago, Dawson. This is Kyle Brandt of Good Morning Football naming Dawson Knox the winner of the angry run of the year.
Week 3, the world was introduced to Dawson Knox. Who's Dawson Knox? Do you know him? He was a rookie tight end for the Bills out of Ole Miss. And never mind this giant smile right here, he did the nastiest thing on the field. Let's go. It is Week 3. It is the Bills and the Bengals, and watch Dawson get the ball from Josh Allen. This is amazing. You take some of that and then watch this. Ah! It's the best of the year. I don't know how you beat that. Come on, Burleson.
That's crazy.
Give me some of that. Dawson Knox, an absolutely fierce display, a vulgar display of power. Look at this. It is a professional football player. Goodbye.
Kyle, college teammate with DK Metcalf and A.J. Brown. They had all 3 of them at Ole Miss.
Can you even imagine? Look at these guys on the side. Oh, no, he just did bad. And the second one's that way better program, though. Right? Look at these. Oh, my. Look at the face right there. That's all of us watching.
Look right there, Kyle. Far right.
What do we got? Oh, look, get up here. Get up here. I've never been so fired up as seeing someone get knocked the hell out. It's Dawson Knox in the Buffalo. Who knew? Of all the young pros, it's a rookie tight end from Buffalo.
Kyle Brandt from Good Morning Football. And, yeah, it's not a Heisman Trophy or an MVP, but you won the Angry Run of the Year award, and Kyle Brandt made a big deal out of it, Dawson. It's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, that was fun to watch because he brings some energy, so I get juiced up every time I watch whatever he's doing.
Yeah, it's been fun. So, hey, what's your schedule? The OTAs, you mentioned it. You've got a little time to get ready for those. When those will roll around at sometime after the draft. What's your schedule look like, and how does it differ from last year in your rookie season?
So thankfully I think we get a little more off time because I know the rookies come in and they have the rookie development program, which was awesome to kind of, learn about, the right way to do things, how to be a pro. But now this year I'll actually have a little more free time and I'll have a few off weekends where I'll be able to go see some family. But I know everybody reports on April 20th, so I'm going to plan on going up about a week before that. I actually was just up in Buffalo about 2 weeks ago. But I'm just, looking forward to getting back up to the facility, starting to get back in shape, all those sorts of things.
High expectations for the Bills this season, Dawson. Do you share those for the Buffalo Bills in 2020?
Oh, absolutely. I want to take what we did last year and just keep building on that. And, I think the only direction we can go is up.
Well, congratulations on your efforts for the tornado victims in Nashville. I hope it really is successful, and I appreciate your effort on behalf of the people that were really, really devastated by that tornado. Thanks, Dawson.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Dawson Knox, Bills tight end, on the line with us.